am going to, now that we've exited initiative,
Yes.
I'm gonna see where they ran to. And, like, block their hole or something.
Sure, go ahead. You saw they went into the next room, and that's where they disappeared, so if you just go into the next room and roll a perception check for me, that would be lovely.
I will also roll a perception check.
You also hear your friend call, "You sure you're alright?"
Yeah, we're good. They're all dead. Mostly.
What's dead?
Frogs. Frogs with teeth.
Now that we've seen them, do we know what they are?
Yeah, do we know what they are now that we've seen them?
Kobolds?
Neither of you are from the swamps, so you could try and make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
I don't know.
But yeah, or a nature check.
Nah.
You just know they're from the swamps and they're very amphibious.
I only have a +2 for nature.
I got an 18 for perception of the room.
18 for perception. You go over and actually, sure enough, you do see
Over in the far corner, there's what looks like a tunnel. There's kind of like this stagnant pool of water that is kind of gathered, and it almost looks like maybe an air pocket hole, which has been widened. Since this is underground, it's probably smart to have something like that, but it's probably an air hole that was purposefully carved out initially and then just widened by these creatures.
Nice.
Do I care enough about his doctor? Yeah, because they might come back. So I'm gonna try to find something to wedge. Is there like a rock or some dirt or anything?
There's plenty of mud around. You see a bunch of beakers and vials, some spare barrels over to the side.
Is there any straw? Or what about that barrel that I accidentally broke open that is now all leaked out onto the ground? Can we use the wood on there to wedge it?
Sure.
Cool.
Yes, that's what we're going to do then.
Yes, I'm going to take it.
Alright, you take it, and you kind of, even getting it on your hands, you kind of smell it, and you're like...
This was made with swamp water.
Yeah, swamp water ale.
It has this little bit of film, this little bit of grease to it as you rub your hand, and you're like, this is just absolutely disgusting.
We're not
you take
drinking
what's
this.
left of the front part of the barrel, and you kind of tear open parts of it, and you kind of wedge it, almost making little prison bars in the side of it.
Copy on prison bars.
So you're pretty confident in your abilities.
Gotcha. So we're not trapping them in anywhere. It's just like they ran out.
That seems to be the only hole that you can find.
Okay. I wouldn't want to be cruel and lock them in a place and have them just starve to death,
Oh, don't worry, they die happy with alcohol.
That works. Alright, so I guess we're going to start loading up the rest of the ale.
Yes.
Since we didn't see anything
Sure
else.
enough. For relative time's sake, go ahead and just roll a general strength check. Or constitution. One of the two.
Constitution is higher.
Both are the same. 19, 20. I'm going to do 22.
12.
Strength.
22 and 12.
22
that's
for...
a lot better than Adrielle. She grabs one of the barrels and drops it on her foot. That's smart. That was not the brightest thing I could have done. She kind of grabs it and kind of hobbles back up. She's still going at it. She's still persistent. She's not goofing off, but she's having a hard time walking now. She's hobbling up the stairs. She's like, I feel so useless. I came along trying to do some help. I came in all this. All of a sudden I get myself hurt. Hobble back down the stairs.
If you want, you can just stay keeping watch of our little hooded friends, and we'll...
She's like, I need to... Let me... This is my punishment for being so stupid and dropping something on my foot.
Oh.
Let me get a few more. Let me reach 3. At least let me get 3. Then that'll give me 30 gold, and that'll be fine.
Alright. Okay. Whatever you say.
Sets the next barrel, hobbles back down the stairs. Her foot's already kind of swelling a little bit.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a feature that says I can heal anyone. Is that just a one-time thing per long rest?
Yes.
It's just a one-time? Okay. Can I heal myself?
She did get the stab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sure enough.
I didn't know if it worked on me.
I mean, it's not like one all like use or lose. Like if you can choose like 1 or 2 or 3. Like you can choose the number.
You get the +6 on medicine if you want me to help you.
Oh, that's okay. But that's okay. I'm just gonna heal myself 3 points, and then so I can use that again after we rest. But
Yeah.
I did get a -8 total from frog creatures. I don't know.
I didn't get minus any.
Exactly.
It's melee versus ranged. If you're a ranged person, it's a lot easier to kind of avoid things. If everyone else is melee,
Yeah.
throwing that out.
I mean, technically my main is supposed to be more of a close combat, but I just kind of stayed back. I don't like frogs with small teeth.
That's okay. Or small frogs with big teeth.
Those two.
None of those. None of that. Absolutely none of that.
None.
After she gets 3 or 4 barrels, and all of you, manage to pile up the rest of the cart, you all have it strategically set in such a way that everything should stay on board for the most part. And so she actually has a little bit of rope in her pack and helps kind of not repel,
Tighten it down.
yeah, kind of securing it to the wagon.
Gotcha. I'm
And
so
she's
glad
like,
you got her.
I would be inclined to walk back, but would you mind if I rode on the cart just for a little bit?
This is fine. This is fine. You may ride.
I'll keep a lookout on the rear. I'll sit on the back. I won't sit on the seat, but I'll sit on the rear and keep eyes out.
Alright.
Copy, copy.
We're on our way.
We're going to go back to town.
Wait, hang on.
Go ahead
You said,
and start walking back to town. Make a perception check for me.
Wait. You said there were 2 buildings?
Yeah.
One of them looked like his house, and then one of them was the warehouse.
Was there anything valuable in the house?
We're gonna
You don't know
steal?
who was in the house.
No, that's okay. I won't do that.
I mean, I'd gladly raid the house and steal the shit.
I mean, maybe. He probably doesn't have anything valuable anyway.
He does look like a nasty old
He's
man.
nasty, stinky old man.
His teeth are literally falling out. He's putting them back in. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want anything that he owned.
Okay. Fair enough.
So we're gonna do a perception check for see what's around.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that perception check for me.
Yes.
21.
I only got the 14.
21, 14. That's actually good enough. You all see that those 3 figures that you all saw earlier have definitely gotten closer. Within 100 feet or so.
Okay,
And
so
you can see all 3 of them kind of peering out from behind peering out.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay on high alert and keep going, even though they got closer.
Okay, good to know.
yes, I will do the same. She'll be on the left side. I'm going to be on the left side of the horse. She'll be on the right side. Adriel will be in the back, and we will just be on
We're just doing a look.
the lookout.
Doing a nice little swivel. You guys begin making the trek back. It's about 2 or so.
It was 2:40
When
earlier.
you loaded everything, it'd probably be closer to like 3:30. So it's starting, since it is like just the beginning of spring, it's starting to get a little bit darker in the sky.
Okay.
Okay. At 3.
What were you saying?
Well, I was just saying it was 2:40 when we arrived at the crossroads when we first saw the hooded figures. And then you said it was 40 minutes to the warehouse.
Mm.
So technically it would be closer to 4 o'clock.
Yes, it would be then.
4:30.
Which makes sense because it's.
So it's definitely getting darker.
I'd say closer to 4:30 plus because we got to fight and load the barrels.
They're gonna attack us at night.
I know,
I
but
think it's about noon. It must be broad daylight.
we have dark vision. Get yourself together.
But I don't want to fight them.
You will travel for about an hour, make it back. You pass the crossroads and begin heading your way back into the town. Make another perception check for me.
Aye. 14. Oh no.
14 again.
You notice one of them behind you,
How close?
and they're getting closer. and closer and closer until they're about 40 or so feet away, and now one of them is actually walking out on the main road, tracking directly behind you, shoulders kind of hunched, hood pulled over, tracking you guys.
Okay, yikes. Hold on. I'm trying to write. I'm taking notes.
How close are we to the town by this point?
Yeah. Oh, because you said we were at the crossroads?
Y'all passed the crossroads and are still about 40 minutes out or so.
Okay.
I want to confront him.
Then do you stop the cart or do you continue walking and what do you do? He's walking.
I'm going to look at Nora and I'm going to look at her and I'm going to mouth for her to continue walking. And then I'm going to just turn around and start walking towards the hooded figure. Menacingly.
Roll intimidation check.
Because I do have a +5 in intimidation. Oop, I'm going to need that +5 because I only rolled a 4, so 9. My intimidation is on the low.
You kind of come around and kind of looking and you just kind of get this look on your face. He seems unfazed by it as he keeps walking.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna steal your stuff.
You're right, fool! You ain't gonna take shit!
You sure about that?
Yeah, I am sure.
He's starting to close the distance. Before he stayed about 30 feet away, he's starting to close the distance.
Well, I'm still walking towards him. I ain't gonna stop.
Towards him, I need you to roll initiative.
You about to sucker punch this fool.
I'm about to kick him in his nut. She said initiative. 11. Which one's initiative?
It's at the top.
At the top.
Oh, keep going up.
Yeah.
Middle of the 3. Yep.
So 11, so 13.
13, you get to make the first hit as you all charge each other.
Should I use my dagger or should I just hit him in the face?
I don't know damage for sucker punching.
What's the damage for sucker punching? In the nose.
Right now it's the same as your dagger. Since your dagger doesn't have any magical properties, a fist is usually a 1d4.
I'm gonna hit him in the face with my whole fist.
But since you have a higher strength, I'm just saying it's a d4 and you're just gonna clock him. No extra bonuses.
No extra bonuses?
No extra bonuses.
No, you play your dagger.
Okay, I'll use my dagger, fine. So do I use one of these first?
Yeah, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. That is a 5. That is really
And you get to
sad.
do +5.
So 10.
10
So
to hit.
10 to...
If it hits...
Then misses.
Oh.
Oh god, that's so embarrassing.
10 misses. You go in and you take a swipe and he dodges off to the side. It's his turn now. And he rolls... He actually, from his side, kind of pulls out this curved blade. As he swings up, does a...
How do I do like a
18
miss
hit
me?
you?
An 18? You only got like a 14 fucking class.
It
Armor
hits you.
class.
It's gonna
Yikes.
hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal your stuff.
How the hell you are? I will fight to the death.
Oh, no, it's all the bull.
He deals you 7 points of damage as he finds that notch right in your side and just drags the blade up your side.
Yikes. Yikes.
At this point, what was your initiative roll?
2.
Your initiative?
What?
Your initiative was 13
Third.
total.
What's it? I
13,
don't
okay.
remember.
I feel like at this point I would have stopped and turned around.
Adriel, seeing this, also enters initiative.
I'll enter
And since he just
Wait.
had his, okay, yes, and
'Cause
you're
there's still
entering
2
initiative. Okay,
others.
good.
I'm gonna stick by the cart though. I'm not gonna go by
Okay.
him. I'm gonna protect the
Yeah,
cart.
Adriel is actually just standing on the cart and she's aiming her bow. She's aiming at him.
I got an 18 for initiative.
Oh, okay, so, Nora, you actually have the next piece. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
There's gonna be another dude coming up on your 20.
11 plus 15.
15? As you glance around, You see the other two kind of trying to flank on either side, and they're coming right at Warrior from the front.
Okay, so there's 2 coming?
Yes,
There's
there's
2
three.
coming.
Okay, just making sure. So I haven't used this before. I'm going to do Frighten, which is a will save of 14, which gives them disadvantage on attacker. And it should
You
affect
are
both of them,
casting
right?
Frighten?
Yes. Since there's
Let me
2.
just double check.
I don't know, does that affect teammates? I hope not.
Hey, I
I
have
do
an
not see
advantage on
Frighten.
intimidation checks.
Oh, it's, it was part of my warlockness. It's not a spell, it's, an action. Or featured trait that you gave me. Frighten or charm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, feature ability.
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
sorry.
That's different than spell. You say cast, and I go to my spells.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so it is, what's the radius for it?
Oh, I don't have radius.
It's probably like 30 feet or so, and they're
Okay.
closing that distance. So the save is 15, a will save?
A 14.
14. Fail.
Yes!
Fail. As you go standing there, and Talavin, you know your cousin. You've seen her, and as you're kind of grabbing at your side, you glance over your shoulder, and for a split second, you almost see what looks like a photo negative of your cousin standing there as she's standing at the front of the car. She actually stands up on top of it, hands kind of lowered at her sides.
I go goth.
So like that scene from The Hobbit where Lady Galadriel
Yeah.
comes down and
Yeah.
she's like, "I'ma murder these bitches." Yes.
This is happening, and her hair, this kind of, actually, what color is your hair, Nora? Is it,
It's white.
it's
We
white?
got white together.
Because
we're related.
you see her white hair almost standing on end, and
Static.
kind of rippling down her back as she is standing there. Would you say anything to
Total
that?
Lady
You will
Galadriel.
have a queen!
You have no power here. Go back from whence you came. And she gets all like,
As you
"Ah!"
stand there, they both stop dead in their tracks and they just look. They're like, "Oh gosh, no." They actually have to make a different save in order to see whether or not they run away. But right now they're just kind of standing there. So that was your bonus action, or was that your
That's
action?
an action.
That takes your so
Yeah.
that as your action. So all of them, even the one that cut you, Talavin, is just kind of like standing there. He kind of has this grin on his face, and he looks up, and you just see his jaw slide. Like,
Yes. Kill him.
And he takes a couple steps back, and you can see like his hand is kind of tremoring now. So Talavin, now it's your turn.
And he has disadvantage
I feel like
now.
such a failure right now.
Don't be crying.
I'd be sad. Okay, so I want to try to attack him again now that he's like stepped back.
Yeah. He's only took a couple. He's not like 5 feet away from you, but he just took a couple stumbling steps back. So like one quick lunge forward, you could probably get him.
Okay, I will
He's
try.
not too far away.
I want to cut him in the throat. I want to kill this man. He cut me.
All right, cut him in the throat.
Oh my gosh, that is literally a 3.
And you're
Plus
using your
5.
dagger?
Yeah, so 8. Since I'm literally so
Wait,
pathetic
why
right
aren't
now.
you using your 2-blade sycamore?
Because they're like long. I'm just not using it yet. I mean, I could.
It has a
Because I thought about it, but then she said that he's kind of close. And this is technically kind of a two-handed weapon, like it's kind of big.
How epic would it be to
I mean,
like
it kind
just-
of is pretty epic, just like... Because technically it's 2 swords, but I can connect them.
I mean, now's the
It's
greatest
pretty
time
epic.
for me. Be like,
Pretty epic.
Okay, fine. I'm going to...
Be scared.
I'm going to pull these bad boys out now.
You already.
I already did. Okay, I let it go
Sorry.
this time.
You lunge forward and actually, one other motion I forgot to mention was you also get to take a reaction. which is kind of important. Which means if someone leaves your attack field, you get to take a free attack on them.
Okay.
And
Attack of
technically, he was in melee range and he did step back, so technically you could lunge forward and have missed that. Technically. I'm being nice. DM's being a little bit nice tonight. So I will allow, just this once,
Get a reroll of 1.
you get to pull out your other weapon, snap together, and go ham on him.
Go ham!
Okay, so I get to roll again this one?
No.
Or we're
because
gonna roll the other one?
You hit him, right?
I don't know.
You
No.
roll to hit him. You need to hit him.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, you do roll.
Hit him. Hit him.
I need to hit.
Hit him.
I know you're not my dice, but you need to do well for me. Okay, 15, 16.
That definitely hits. Roll
16.
damage.
Okay, which one do I use?
So it's a D4, but you roll it twice.
Okay, so this one again.
Because it's 2D4
Okay, so a 4,
plus
Okay. Plus.
a 2,
6
That's
plus
6. Plus your...
plus 3. So 9.
9.
Yay!
Excellent. With one quick sweeping motion, you pull your two swords out from the side, lock them together, and
Yes!
just whipping it from one side and then up the other. He kind of has this X form, like the X-Men. You're gonna see the blood in slow motion coming off them. He's still standing though. He's hurt and kind of doubles over. He's hurt, but that's unfortunate for him. He's looking pretty hurt.
It's painful. I have to restart the camera.
Okay.
Pause.
Yes. You're double-bladed hard at him, and he is looking really, really hurt, but he's still kind of standing there staggering. Now it is their turn, and upon looking at a certain cousin of yours, Nora, they have to figure out if they want to run or if they're going to stay and fight at disadvantage.
Please run, please run, please run.
The one who's cut turns, takes a couple steps, and falls. So he tried to run away. The other two who are standing at the front are like, "No, we got this," and raise their hand crossbows, and they're going to try and take 2 shots at you. Because they're looking at you, they're going to take disadvantage on their shots.
They're looking at Nora.
They got a 1? Wait a second.
They got a 1.
That means it goes horribly wrong for them.
He tries. Hang on. I gotta do the other guy.
Misfire, shoots backwards into their faces.
Can I just, with Warrior and make him, like run?
Hey, no, it's a battle horse. He can hurt people too.
Does he have commands you could tell him to go forward?
So 13 doesn't hit you?
A 13 does not hit me.
Okay, so the first shot, he raises it, and it goes wide. It goes, past your ear. And, as your hair is kind of flowing around you, it actually, grazes by your ear. And then you just focus on him, and you see his shadows get a little bit darker. The guy goes, shoot! As he fires, it splits. He didn't knock his crossbow correctly, and as he fires, it splinters, and one of them flies back and hits him in the eye. He takes a point of damage.
Ouch!
As he just, no, I'm not doing this anymore. He fires wildly, and the guy just splits the thing, and he just flies back. He just kind of staggers back for a second, holding his eye as it's kind of bleeding just by the corner.
Yes,
That is their turn. Nora, it is your turn once again. What do you do? You're standing there, hair kind of held gently aloft in the air, almost photo negative of yourself, kind of jutting in and out. What do you do?
So this isn't a focus thing. I can still move and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Probably. Okay, I'm gonna come after him with my longsword again, because I don't have any
Come
more
at
stats.
them. No, they're
I'm
not
gonna
at 30
shrill
feet away, so
cry. I'm gonna aye or like ah, and as I
Yes.
go to kill him.
Alright, you take off running. Who do you go for? The guy who missed horribly, who's kind of holding at his eye, or the other guy?
I'm gonna do the eye holdy guy.
Okay, you head off to the left-hand side. You leap off and kind of take a quick tumble and go ahead and hit him. Hit him. Punch him.
So does that mean I don't get advantage or anything? They just get disadvantage when they're attacking me. Gotcha.
Correct.
I don't hit him.
What did you get?
I got a 2. Plus a 6 is like an 8. It's like an 8, but it probably. I mean, he has his eye. He's holding his eye, so like advantage.
As you run at him, he staggers back, and right as you swing your sword, he actually trips and
Yes,
falls.
prone.
Prone.
On his back, staring up at you, just mortified look on his face, just. But you missed him the first time. All right. Next, it is our handy dandy friend, and she's going to take a shot at the guy who's actually down because she doesn't want him getting away.
But he's already down. Why wouldn't she take a shot at the guy?
He's just tripped. He tried to get away, and from blood loss, she's facing backwards and sees her go up after the other one. So she wants to make sure that you're okay and finish off the next guy.
Since apparently all my hits are missing.
That's okay.
The arrow whizzes by your neck, and you just kind of feel it, and you're like, ooh, that was a little close for me. But you watch it sink in to his lower back, and it lodges itself, and he just collapses onto the ground. And
Is he dead?
Her turn. And now it is your turn. What do you do?
Is the dude in front of me dead?
Yes, he is dead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go after old boy that's in the front with Nora then.
So as
Okay.
a bonus action, could she do something with warrior? Would that count as a bonus action, like a command to him?
He is currently attached to the cart.
That is
Exactly.
So
he
his
has
overall
extra.
commands would be relatively limited to, you know...
So how close
uh,
are these hooded figures?
How what are they?
Like how close to the wagon are they?
They are 30 feet from warrior. At the
Okay,
front.
that's kind of far.
Mhm.
You could use your action and your movement to get to him, but then you wouldn't be able to attack.
Unless you threw your daggers.
But that wouldn't bring them any closer to warrior. So I might as well just attack them, like go at them with my double swords. Since I already
Well,
had
I
that
think
out.
since you're so far away, you wouldn't get to attack.
If you ran the 30 feet to the end of the cart, which is where you would be, you could throw your dagger at him and not take disadvantage.
Okay. Okay.
And
I
then
will-
your next turn you can make it.
I will throw my dagger at the one that is not the one that Nora is hurting.
Kind of still clutching your side, you push through the pain, you run up to the edge, take your aim, and see the spinning through the air.
What do I add to that?
Attack bonus, so the dagger plus 5.
Okay, so 18.
That definitely hits. Roll damage. And
It's this one?
Yes, 1d4 plus 3.
4.
Plus.
No,
your
it's
dexterity.
1 plus 3 is 4.
Why you gotta do me like that?
You need to get some
I'm
poison
trying
for
to
those
make you
daggers.
guys
Yeah, I know, right?
have such a good time, and here you are just
You.
adding numbers without me. Your dagger flies through the air and kind of he kind of winces and grabs at his shoulder. It's now kind of embedded there.
Can I pick where it embeds him in? I want it in his thigh. I want him not to be able to move very fast.
Yeah, you can declare like where in general where you're aiming. But yeah,
Mid thigh.
definitely. Oh, it's right above the knee. It's still on his side, but it's like right above his knee. Just and you get and actually strength save. Okay, he manages to stay standing, but he is. He's gonna feel that in the morning.
If
he makes
he
it.
makes it.
In the meantime, he's gonna try seeing you now. He's like, she's scary. I can aim at you though. And he's gonna take an aim at you.
Yikes.
That is a 17.
He get me. I is only a 14.
You are dealt 4 points of damage, of piercing damage, as he loads the next crossbow bolt and shink, and he aims right for your thigh.
No!
Revenge.
Do I get to do a strength roll?
You're actually kind of pressed up against the cart, so you wouldn't collapse.
Okay, good. That's good.
As you're kind of standing there, you kind of like grip onto the edge and you're like, gosh darn it, eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye. Touche, touche.
Gosh darn it. The other one, he's prone, but he's going to try and take a quick side swipe at you.
With disadvantage. Because I guess I'm scary.
Yeah, so a 7 doesn't hit you. So he grabs a scimitar and actually kind of cuts his hand on it, and he swings the handle at you. So it hits your leg, and you just kind of look at it. No.
I want to kind of cock my head to the side, like, really?
He's like, he's going to try to like, so army crawl backwards his way out. That is the end of the bandit's turn. It is back to Nora. It is your turn. You are standing over this guy, still looking menacing, just like, no.
I'm gonna take my long sword and like, boom! Straight in the...
In the heart. In the heart.
In the heart.
Do it.
I'm a heartbreaker! 16?
That does hit, but I was going to say, like, since he's prone, you have advantage.
Oh. Let's see if I can get a 20. Oh, shoot, that didn't count. I didn't see it. Didn't... 22, but it's unnatural, so...
That's
That's okay.
good enough.
That's about the same.
Go ahead and roll damage. As you take your sword, kind of grabbing both sides,
10.
you raise your sword and shoot right into his midsection, just...
Gonna break your
I
heart.
don't get to do any of
He
the
goes to
killing.
grab the blade and then just collapses.
Sorry.
You
I
take your sword out and you turn back. There's only one guy left, and he's you can't see who he's staring at, but he's kind of got this grin on his face, and he looks over at you. Oh shoot. In the meantime, our friendly neighborhood ranger is going to try and take a swing.
Another one. She hurt her foot. I think she gets the day off.
I can't make this up.
Yikes.
So many ones. I think we've only had 1 or 2 20s. And one of them was
Yeah.
on disadvantage.
Yikes.
So, Adriel knocks the next one and actually fires it at the guy that you just killed because it's still kind of twitching. And then she goes, gosh darn it!
He's dead already.
He was dead already. That ends her turn. Tal, it is your turn. What do you do? Talavin.
Use your 2 swords.
I'm going to attack with my swords, my 2-blade. I have no idea how to say that.
You run up to him at
Scimitar.
30 feet. And you poof, poof. Stick him.
Oh my god. 10.
That misses. You run up to him, and you take one swing, and he stumbles out of the way one time, and then your leg kind of gives out the next step as you take a swing, and he...
Your legs are both hollowing.
My character
and right
is...
now you're over eye to eye, and you're like, I hate you.
I hate you.
It is now his turn. And since, firstly, a 6 doesn't hit you, as he takes that scimitar and swings wildly, and you're like, nope. That's swerve into nope. Pull, so you managed to get out of the way just in time. And now it is Nora's turn. Right now, she's about 45 feet from you.
45
Based on like the V.
Because they were over there, and now I'm over here.
And then you kind of stumbled back, so you're a little bit further away. You can still see him and stuff, and if you use your 30 foot of movement, you'd be within 15 feet.
Okay. I am going to just pull my sword out, and I'm gonna walk slowly towards him. Corpse Bride style. Do, 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 do.
A little bit of fey ancestry. You see this unnatural evening glow as you're walking just slowly up
Like
to
bluish
him.
skin.
And out of the corner of his eye, he sees it. He's like, oh no, oh no.
Does
oh
he
no.
hear the theme music?
He hears the theme music.
Adriel's going to take another sweep shot at him that hits. He suffers
Yes, he
another
suffers. Sorry.
6 points of damage as now an arrow from behind kind of gets him in the shoulder. And now he's got a dagger in his thigh, arrow in his shoulder. He sees Nora coming at him, and he's not looking so hot. Tal, it is your turn, Talavin.
Come on, do it.
Oh my god. I want to decapitate this fool.
Do it.
Oh, I got the 18. Plus a 5 is a 23.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Yay! You got this. 2d4 plus 3.
Come on. Roll that damage.
Okay, we're just gonna put that over there. 2 plus 3 is 5.
Did
How do
you
you
roll
want
it
to do
twice?
this?
Oh.
I get to roll it twice?
Yeah, it's 2d4. I
Oh.
mean, you killed him anyway, but
5 or 5. I want to decapitate him.
You take your double bladed weapon. You're like, it's personal, and you begin spinning it faster, faster, faster. And as he's like beginning to stagger away, he just catches the glint of the blade before you. And for a second, his head is completely still as he.
Yes!
Off his body.
Blood.
Off the side. His body stays there for a solid second.
I'm going to pull the dagger that I threw at him so that I can keep it.
Sure enough.
And then I push his body backwards so that it goes to the ground.
that's what they get.
Nice and easy. Warrior kind of snorts a little bit.
He's like, you
Kinda
pathetic. You missed 2-3 times. He's pathetic. Okay.
Now it's time to scavenge the bodies.
Scavenge.
Go ahead and scavenge those bodies.
Let's see what they got.
What do we get? What?
Okay, so just
Adriel actually
we can
goes
just-
to the back body and begins kind of rummaging around.
I want my dagger off of that one as well.
Sure enough, yep.
Okay.
You see her, she's like, don't worry, I got it. I got it.
So we don't have to roll, right? We're just scavenging.
Oh, we're just scavenging, or we?
Roll an investigation
Okay,
check.
fair.
See if they have anything special on them.
Ugh.
11. I did
17.
11.
I'll scavenge the one that I
you
killed.
take. Each of you are able to take the crossbows and the
Yes.
scimitars that they have on their person.
Crossbow and scimitar?
Yeah, a crossbow. They have a crossbow and a scimitar.
How do you spell that?
SCIMITAR.
Scimitar. It's right there.
Oh, okay.
That's what you have.
It's like that, yes.
Ah.
Also in their coin purses,
Yes.
you actually find 1 platinum piece.
Yes.
So look, you all can divide it up how you see fit, but altogether there's 1 platinum piece, 3 gold pieces, 16 silver, 4 copper, and a small token.
Okay.
What kind of token?
What kind of token?
Yes.
You can roll a history check. See if you know what it is.
My history is garbage.
Can I roll 2?
Sure.
21.
On
You say
19.
it's garbage and say 21? What? And then what's yours?
I got a 19 plus 5 is 24.
Nice. Although you guys are new to the area, this particular coin, it's not one for monetary value. It's actually an insignia of belonging to a certain group.
A good or a bad group?
Since you all are from the area, from the continent overall, you would know that it actually belongs to it's basically, it's not a cult, but it's like an assassination group. I don't know where to put it.
My stuff!
But you would probably figure that this coin is either an identification of who they belong to, or within the organization. Why can't I? I'll have to get it to you. I'm gonna find it here in a minute.
That's fair.
But yeah, they're known for nefarious activities.
So a bad group.
Bad. We did the good
Yeah,
bit.
kind of a bad group.
Yes,
Not
after the fact.
necessarily the best.
Did you write down all of the monies?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I don't know how we'll divide them up, but I don't have it.
It's 1 platinum, 3 gold, 16 silver, and 4 copper.
And then that little insignia.
And then the small token. Yes.
Cool. So I guess we'll just leave the bodies, I guess?
Yeah, definitely leaving them for the crocodiles.
Yeah.
The blood is probably getting the crocodiles riled up. They're kind of hungry.
Crocodiles
You
like
kind of roll it in, and actually
Do they smell?
nearby, you kind of look up and you see one of the logs blinking. You're like, "Yep, time to go."
Time to leave. Okay, so with my injuries, because I noticed that I'm bleeding,
My feet
Yes.
are bleeding.
how do I fix this?
You all could make a medicine check. It's not like you're gonna bleed out.
You have healing hands.
The way injuries
I do?
work in D&D are a little bit different. You all can take a short rest.
Do I have healing hands?
Yeah, you can do that too. Just lay it on there and it'll stitch it up well enough so that it won't do anything too damaging later.
Okay,
Is
so
healing hands a 1d4 or 1d8?
I don't know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have minus 11 damage right now.
Okay.
So that means, so my current hit points would be 21 or 20. So I'm at 20 hit points. So if I do healing hands, would I stay at 20 or would I get to increase again?
You would get to increase again
To what?
to whatever your healing hands level is.
It
I think
doesn't say.
if you're an Azamar, for your side, it's whatever your current level is. So since you're level 3, you'd have 3 hit points that you can use for healing hands.
Okay, so 23 then?
Yep.
Yes.
Go back
And you poured all 3 in.
23. So I'm at the 23 again. How do I get back up to a 31?
You sleep.
Oh, I
You
get
sleep.
to, okay. But I'm not
You
supposed to.
sleep.
It's like in real life.
Okay.
You heal over time. Okay.
Yeah. Keep going, you take a nap.
We're going back.
Okay.
After that, you all powder along. You all are about 10 or so minutes from the town. And at this point, Adriel kind of looks, he's like, so I don't want to be like any kind of a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but y'all have a plan for confronting our friendly neighborhood tavern owner?
About what? Because we're about to take his money, his ale, his wagon, and his inn.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna try to hide this or anything. I mean, are you gonna try and disguise it, hide it off in the bushes? Are you just gonna roll up with it and threaten to run away with it? What are you gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
He just took out a bunch of monsters. I don't think he can fight very well.
Yeah, I don't really.
I guess we could, let's put it on the outskirts of town, and then one of us can watch it and one of us can go and confront him.
I'll watch it. You go confront him since I'm having a bad roll day. don't feel like if he hits me,
Okay.
I'm gonna get annihilated.
Adriel kind of looks, he's like, I don't mind watching it, and you two going on and making sure that...
I don't trust her that much.
Just be like,
She
"Oh,
seems like a nice girl, but I'm gonna stay with the ale.
Didn't you say you wanted to confront him?
Oh, no, I just want to passively aggressive give him a jab.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. It's probably best to have two of us guard it, and one of us can go confront him. Does he have any fighting abilities? I know he brawls, but anything else?
He's got a pretty good punch, I'm not gonna lie. She kind of rolls one of her shoulders, and I'm like, nearly broke my collarbone a couple of times in the ring.
I see.
Yikes. Okay. Do you
Alright.
want to go with her then? And then I'll stay.
Yeah, I think she wants to stay, so I'll just go by myself. I'm gonna take one of the barrels with me to prove that we went and got it. As long as I
I mean, if
carry
you
it.
want to leave her there by herself, that's fine. If you
I don't
choose.
want to leave it. by
Okay, then I will stay.
I mean, like,
Me
You
and
can roll an insight check and see if she's being honest.
okay. Thank you.
That's what insight's for. That's when you say, do I believe her? Do I believe her intentions?
it's a what check? Insight.
Insight. You're just trying to figure out if she's being honest.
Okay, so I rolled a 22.
22?
A 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can't tell that she's being deceptive in any way. She's,
Okay.
she wants to passive aggressively take a jab at him, and
Okay,
since
then
you
I'll
guys
go
were
with
the
you.
ones who kind of initiated it, she just kind of wants to help tag along.
Okay.
Okay. Then we shall both go and confront him. We'll both carry a barrel of ale with us.
And she kind of nods and she's like, plus I'm kind of familiar with some of the little hiding spots nearby. You see that little enclave right over there?
Yes.
It's amazing. All you need to do is put a single bush in front of it and no one will notice anything for days.
Well, what else were you hiding?
Yeah, really. Yikes.
She kind of grins and you're like, this isn't the first time I tried to pull something on Otis. Or on Niklas.
Yikes. Who's Otis, though?
One of the scumbags that used to come through here. He probably will come back through on Brawl Days.
Oh.
I feel like we need to stay for a brawl day. Sounds
I don't
fun.
know. As long as you don't drink the ale.
No.
She's like,
Thanks.
but I'll be right, and she shows you directly where it is. And actually, as you help guide the cart down into the area that she indicated, it's a great hiding spot. It's just off of the road, and she shows you exactly how she disguises everything. And she's like, okay, I'll be right here. I'll guard it. If he starts coming out here charging, I'll give him a couple of warning shots.
I'm gonna leave I'm gonna untie Warrior from the wagon, but I'm gonna leave him there because he will actually, like, if somebody tries to come for the wagon, he will actually attack them as well. Because he is a battle horse.
He's smart.
He's a battle horse.
There's
He
an
beat that.
anime moment where she kind of looks over at him, and he kind of looks over at her. She just kind of gives a quick nod, and he
The dotted line of
gives
eye
a big
contact.
little snort of, like, this connection of, right, I won't mess with you if you don't mess with me.
Fair enough.
We're good.
Yes. He's like my guard dog, but he's a horse.
I like it.
Sure enough. And you guys walk the next, and like it's right outside the town, so it doesn't take you more than 3 minutes to make it back to the Vulgar Pony.
We each have a barrel.
And, can I kick his door in for him being an ass? And trying to send us through the silent forest and getting my horse killed? Because I'm not like this. I want to bust his entire door down to the ground. And then we step
Okay,
on
roll
it.
strength check.
What the hell? Hold on.
Strength at the top.
That's only an 8. I'll kick. Damn. You kick the door down. You try.
It's a little bit slick, and you kind of go through and it doesn't, it gives, but it doesn't fly off the hinges.
It opens. Can it just open? I guess. Fine. When I get my own dice, this shit better be good.
These dice are attuned to me.
And he looks over and he's like, so you made it.
We got your ale.
Great.
So,
He's still wiggling his tooth.
I am going to take that tooth right out of his mouth. He's gonna be toothless.
He kind of rolls it back into place. So, did you get all the barrels?
Yes, actually, we didn't get all the barrels. We lost
Wow.
one in a battle of
Yeah.
frogs.
Well, that's not. I didn't put the frogs there.
You know, we don't believe you, so it is what it is. Also, I loved the idea of walking through a silent forest. The silent woods, make any noise, die, disappear, never to be heard of again, ring any bells.
Right. I forgot about that.
Oh, you forgot! In your own hometown. You forgot. Did you also forget about this poster?
Roll intimidation check.
Oh no! Come on. I've already used my thing, or else I have to use it again.
13.
Okay, that's good. You roll higher than him.
Okay.
You see him kind of like pale a little bit, and you see him kind of like, say, Adriel, showed you the little poster. Little snitch. Fire her.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try. The next time you want to scam somebody, maybe scam somebody that's an idiot, like yourself.
You all accepted the deal, didn't you?
Yes, but now we're going to make a new deal. We're going to get our 3 nights for free, and you're going to pay us 10 gold coins for every barrel of ale we brought back. Or you won't see any of it. Ever.
Make a persuasion roll. With advantage.
Yes! Okay, that's good. You got a 1! Yes!
19 to 1.
Over and it's like, so you're not as dim as I thought. Great. He holds his hand out for the paper.
I slap it in his hand.
Takes it and kind of looks at it, and crinkles it up, and tosses it, and goes and gets a small chest and starts counting out the coins rather quickly.
Is there like an integrity? Like a...
Integrity.
I want to count all of these coins. How many? So we brought back 35. How many?
We brought back 34.
They do have,
So.
I believe them.
So 340? So I want to make sure there's 340 coins there.
Okay. Yep. Sets it up, the sum over to the side, scoots it towards you, doesn't put it in a box, doesn't put it in a container or anything, just slides it across the counter, begins packing up everything, and you begin counting. You actually find that you're missing 30 gold.
Now I want 40 gold since you tried to cheat us. And if you don't hurry up, I'm going to make it 50.
Make another intimidation roll.
Can I roll 2? Can I add intimidation to it? Because I'm just, like, in the background.
11.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not really speaking.
16.
You just barely beat him.
Yes!
Actually, I want the 40 and the chest.
We have to have
Open
something
it.
to carry this gold
Counts
in.
out the rest of the 40. Sets it down on the thing, kind of grabs his satchel out, pushes it, shoves it in your direction, ties it, and puts it on his belt.
I count the rest of the coins to make sure he didn't cheat me again. And then I put them in the chest.
Roll insight.
Yikes. What is that?
It's a 3.
Oh, no.
It's a 3.
6, 7, that's a 9.
9. This time he was not trying to be deceptive. He did. You count all 340 gold.
Plus the extra 10.
Plus the extra 10.
So 350.
Yes!
Yeah, so you now have 350 gold and a very nice wooden carved chest, which, believe it or not, has no moss on it.
Wooden.
See where his priorities are.
Yeah, really is gold.
And he's like, well, since I paid my share of my own ale, would you mind telling your little half-elf friend to bring it around the back?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be unloading it yourself.
Well, I need it in order to unload it, don't I?
So I'll set the
Yeah, we set the barrels up.
There you go.
Kind of looks great.
I'm gonna swish my hair as I leave.
Who to go?
Turn on my heel. Complete 180 pivot.
Bravo, nicely
Make a
done.
quick intelligence check.
Oh no. If I trip over myself, I'm done. 16 plus... Where's my intelligence
That's at the
for? 20!
He didn't give you the room keys that you need for the night.
You do a 180 spin and then whoop!
I do a 360 spin. I'll take those keys as well.
Goes over, grabs the skeleton key off of the wall, and kind of slaps it in your hand, starts grumbling, and goes into the back
I'll quit your grumbling.
outside.
Yeah, really, I'll kick you in the butt. I make another 180 spin. And we march out of there.
And so you do. Your hair flipping the entire way. You're still
Yes! Queen.
cascading behind you as you all go out. You give Adriel kind of a quick little signal, and she kind of nods, looks out, makes sure that he's not watching, and then, oh no! The warrior's been unattached to the cart. You all have to go.
I will go and I will attach him back to the cart.
Okay. You all reattach him. She manages to pull him out of the area without Niklas noticing where her hidden stash is.
Yes!
Trots over, leaves the cart behind. She kind of leading warrior.
I'm going to take Warrior now. I'm going to give him good brush down. He did good job.
Oh, all right. I don't want to seem too, as she hangs to it, I don't want to be too stingy or anything, but you happen to have 30 gold you might be able to spare? She kind of like a little twinge, a smile on her face.
Okay, let's see. So do we want to split it evenly with her? I mean, she did help, and she did make sure we didn't go into the Silent Woods.
Yes, she did. We should split it 3 ways.
Okay, we'll split the 350 3 ways. Or do we need to split
just get,
all of
like-
it? I think we
All
can
of it?
keep all the stuff we found we scavenged.
Okay, fair enough.
And then
So
we'll just split the 350.
So that would be... I mean, I guess she could get...
I mean,
like-
technically, she wouldn't know about the extra 10. But I don't want to be I don't
We
want to be
could-
a liar, so.
We could divide it, because that helps. Yeah. We could do... We each get 110... Or she gets 110, then we get 120 apiece, because math.
Yes, she's going to get 110, and we are going to get 120 each. But we have not split the scavengers yet.
Yes. Because math.
Okay.
Okay, so we did 110
And
for.
like she actually, had stepped away maybe to get you some fresh water. And as she kind of comes back, her kind of still limping a little bit on her foot, she's like, "Oh, I have to wrap this up. Darn it. Might not be able to compete and all. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh well.
My healing hands, can I only use those once?
Per rest.
Okay, Pruis. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, well, once per long rest. So you have to take a long sleep.
And that's what the room is for in the tavern.
Sleeping nights.
Sleeping is good. As she puts the bucket of water, the fresh water, up there for you to use and for Warrior to drink, she kind of looks over, like, kind of hopefully, like, are they going to pay me? I hope they pay me. Like, she kind of has that look on her face, like, I hope they pay me.
And then we're going to give her 110 gold pieces. However she carries that is her own ordeal.
Do you just, like, have this all in your hand and just hand it
I mean,
to her?
do you have
Or
like a
do you have,
little?
like, a little satchel?
Do you have any little satchels with you?
I mean, not in my inventory. I assume I'd have some kind of little bags.
Yeah, I don't know what I have in my.
I mean, technically you all got the bags off of the,
From the scavengers, we have 3 bags off the scavengers. We can just put the stuff we found in the scavengers in one of them and give her the 110 pieces in one of those. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, she peers inside. You kind of see her, like, lean back. She's like, this is more than I've seen in a long time.
You really
Thank
saved
you.
us back there.
Well, you earned it.
Yes.
Oh, before I forget, this is what I got off of the one guy in the back. Sorry to take the shield from you, by the way. I know that usually matters. But she kind of holds it out in her hand. He didn't have much. He had a lot of pocket lint, which, that probably doesn't work very much. But you each get another 3 gold. And he had 6 platinum in his pieces. I'm gonna keep 2 of them. I hope you don't mind. Hands you 2 other platinum pieces.
So,
And then she's like, and could I keep these 3 coppers?
yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
So she hands each of us 3 gold?
Huh?
Is that what you said? You said we each get 3 gold, or she just handed us 3 gold and 1 platinum?
It was 6 gold and 2 platinum.
Okay, so, okay.
So I added half to mine.
Okay. I'm just writing down what he had.
And then you add your monies at the bottom of this box. Oh, it's monies.
This is monies?
This is monies. This is platinum, gold, something. We
Okay,
never
so
figured out what currency that is.
we found 1 platinum, so you get 1 platinum, I get 1 platinum. And this is gold pieces, so 120 plus 6. How are we gonna split that?
We can worry about it later.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll
So-
worry about that in a minute.
I guess afterwards we'll go up to our room.
Yes. I'm going to give Warrior a nice brush down. Going to take all of his tack off. I'm going to give him lots of hay and some nice feed.
It's such a good.
He did so good. He's gonna make sure his bedding is nice and his stall is clean. And then give him a kiss on the
everything's
nose.
nice and clean. She kind of looks at like, I'll be over after I finish wrapping my foot and stuff. I'll make sure to check in on him before the night's out.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Alright, January, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Are you all gonna be staying in town long?
At least a few days.
Alright. You think y'all stay for the mosh pit?
When's that?
It's in 2 days from now.
We may or may not still be around.
Maybe.
Yeah. It starts in the afternoon and then keeps knocked down, dragged out fights until late into the next day, actually. So it's, multiple day event. If you want, feel free to come along. There is an entry fee. I think it's... What is the entry fee? Now I have to look.
Is there any gambling involved?
The entry fee is actually 5 gold pieces, but it's fighters keepers. So whatever round you go into, if anybody bets on you, sometimes you get a keep of that. No weapon, but fists are pretty good anyway.
And what do you win if you just win? Like, how do you win? Like, are there just rounds, certain
it's different
rounds?
by each round. It's not like an overall tournament where like the winner of each one goes on to the next. It's just whoever's in the main pit goes on their one-on-one fights or group fights, whichever, and then whatever happens that round is just over at the end of that round.
Okay.
Maybe.
Alright,
We'll think about it.
cheers. Well, have a good night.
Have a good
And
night.
she walks off.
We'll go up to the room.
You all head up to your rooms, and you can see Niklas is kind of holding his back a little bit as he walks back in. He just finished, most likely finished bringing in all of the barrels. He's kind of holding, he walks into the back. You just see a curtain kind of pull over the back room and hear, as you walk up the stairs.
My character would.
There are what look to be about 8 different rooms. Yours is kind of not the farthest on one side, but kind of like the next one over. Put in the key, open it. It is a single bed, a single queen bed.
I'm just gonna leave it.
I said 2 beds. It is what it is. But I'm gonna get them in the morning. I'm too tired now.
His back will be all stiff.
Beat them up
After-
while his back
after
is stiff.
A night's sleep.
Yeah. It is a nice sized bed. Overall. I mean, both
You could
like
saw it in
ready
half.
to stay on your side.
Damaged property. Saw it in half.
Alright.
Yeah.
It is fine.
At least the interiors of the rooms, they're nothing too special. I mean, there's what looks like it used to be some kind of rug that has had all of the fur or hair worn off of it, so it's just kind of the stubbled mat. There is a mirror. Part of it is broken. And
Broken mirrors are
you
better.
look up at the ceiling and you see where the other piece of the mirror went.
Insight check.
I'm not like that at all.
20! Natural 20! How did the mirror get there? For the rolls that don't matter, of course.
What happened? I only got a 13.
And what are you trying to insight check?
How'd the glass get on the...
How did the glass get on the roof? Like, is there a hole up there? Is somebody peeping? Like, what's going on?
Oh no, it looks like it was placed there.
We're gonna take it down.
Wait, there's a mirror on the ceiling.
I mean, somebody's watching themselves.
Wait, is there a window?
There is no window.
Oh, okay. I was like, someone's on the outside looking in the mirrors. Okay.
Or watching themselves, you know what, in bed.
We're taking it down.
We're taking it down.
Yeah, take it down. There's no hole underneath. You just kind of wiggle it loose. Look up. Solid roof. As solid as it can be.
Okay. I'm gonna take this shard of mirror and put it on the glass mirror, and I'm gonna mend it. Because I went to.
Alright. Nice solid mirror is left.
Okay.
It's a two-way mirror. I don't like it. I don't trust it.
And there is a water closet in the room.
A
There's
closet?
no bath, but
A water closet, like
Like a shower.
water. Yeah. It's nice.
You
Indoor
all turn
plumbing.
into
It's gonna be
the
big. Yep, I think that's all I do for the night.
Sleeping night time.
you all sleep and as the final insult, do you sleep in the bed? Or do one of you sleep on the floor?
Yeah,
We can sleep in the bed.
we're
It's fine.
cousins. It's fine.
Probably whenever she came to stay at the castle, she would probably just sleep in my room anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
King size bed. There's plenty of room for two little girls.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even now, like, you all aren't necessarily uncomfortably close. I mean, if you all kept rolling inward, you all would probably touch back to back then, you know.
There's enough room. I like it. It's fine.
There's enough room, you all have, your respective
If
sides.
me and my dog can sleep in my twin size bed and still have plenty of room, I think a queen size bed there's enough room.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
I think we'll be fine.
You all bandage up, you all kind of wash off as best as you can. There's no hot water.
in the blood.
There's no hot water. You would have to go and either boil water or heat it up in some fashion.
I don't have
Or you can
any-
just kind of wipe
I don't
off.
think I have anything for that.
No, I don't either. That's okay. I'm tough. I can take some.
What is the cantrip prestidignation? I don't even know how to.
Prestidigitation.
What is that? I remember her picking
It's
it.
basically a tidying up spell.
Meh.
So prestidigitation, if I am it's a minor magical trick. You can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect, snuff out a candle, create a non-magical trinket or image, chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material.
So I can warm up water, technically, 1 cubic foot of water.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, she said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I can warm up
Yeah.
enough water for us to like, wash our faces.
Water's not living.
We're going to warm up 1 cubic foot of water so that we can wash our wounds and our faces with warm water.
Nice.
Not take damage from the cold. Like, oh, that's how it feels sometimes.
And with that, you all bed down for the evening. Now, when you all go to sleep,
So
Nora,
we're drought so technically we don't like sleep, right? It's more like a meditation trance. Is
you
what I
all
read?
are half and halves. So you, instead of being a full elf where you would only need to meditate for 4 hours, because of what you are, you need to actually sleep for 6 hours or kind of like light meditate for like the 8.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, It's a handy dandy compromise.
Okay,
So you
fair
all
enough.
are able to
Where
sleep.
did you write that?
Oh,
Did you write it down?
I didn't write that. I was asking on my face.
Oh, you're
Okay. So as I sleep,
Yes, Nora, as you go to sleep, a dream emerges in the forefront of your mind. Your face instantly, not chilled by the air, but warmed, as you, in your dream, open your eyes and are once again in your hometown. Right by the gate, right by the barrier between your world and the Feywild. And as you stand there, you can feel the barrier's kind of magic kind of pulsing and shimmering. And you can feel the light. There's just this warm light on your face. And from just behind the barrier, you see a familiar face kind of staring at you. It kind of gives you a little half wave.
I kind of smirk, smile. I'm like, oh, Jasper. It's good to see you again.
Glad to see you made it too. I was beginning to wonder. I finally managed to get them off my tail. I only have a few minutes.
I see.
How are things?
Oh, very well. We swindled the barkeeper and extorted him for some extra money, but you didn't need to.
I'm glad. He at this point he begins kind of pulling his hair and kind of this long messy bun kind of up against his head. And actually you can see he has a few fresh scratches on his face and kind of on his body as he kind of ties it up. His armor is kind of slightly unpinned just a little bit. What?
Sorry. No, that was Mackenzie.
That was Mackenzie and Sophia drooling over Aizawa.
He looks up at you, his green eyes just kind of flaring a little bit.
Can I be in her dream and drool over this man? I want to drool over her patron.
He's my patron.
Drool for this man. Can I roll for drool?
Can I roll for...
He kind of looks at you, he's like, I'm glad you were able to find your cousin.
Yes, is she the one I was meant to find? I assume.
Yes,
I see.
naturally.
That's good. Are you doing alright?
Glances over his shoulder, kind of just a quick look. I've been better, admittedly, but nothing I can't handle. Nothing I haven't seen before. There are skirmishes from time to time. It'll be alright.
I see.
He just kind of smiles at you warmly.
Nothing I can do?
Not from where you are.
I see.
We can always go to where you are.
Maybe so.
He just kind of looks at you and just says, don't worry. You're right where you need to be. I wouldn't advise coming back anytime soon. This is probably the safest way to communicate anyway.
Right. Well.
Anything you want to ask?
Hmm.
You look like you have something on your mind.
Well, I do. But I understand it might compromise if you informed me of anything that is going on.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Anything I should be wary of? He's told me I should run, but I don't know what from.
Still putting together a few things. They're keeping it very close to their chest. Perhaps the council wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Anyway. Don't worry, I'll have more information in the future. But if you ever want to chat, sometimes I can hear.
Oh, appreciate it. They might think I'm mad for speaking to myself, though.
I don't think your cousin would think you are
He
crazy.
kind of thinks for a second, he's like, he gestures for you to come forward. Might be able to help with that.
I'll lean.
You're like
He
leaning in
also
the bed.
stands in that space between the barrier, where he kind of places his hand just kind of in this ethereal place, not quite into your realm and not quite out of his. Hold his hand out for you.
I take it without hesitation.
He clasps your hand and feels something as he rotates your hand and in it is a ring. It's the same kind of this shimmering emerald green, reminding me very much of the Feywild and of his eyes. And he's like, "You ever want to chat?" He retracts his hand.
I stick it on my finger.
He grins. It's not
I don't do that.
Don't do that.
Mackenzie did that.
Mackenzie did that, not
Nora
Nora.
did not do that.
Sophia and Mackenzie did this.
He all of a sudden kind of looks over quickly, kind of straightens up. Sleep well, little one.
Goodbye.
And ducks back, and you are pulled into just the abyss of sleep. Talavin.
Oh.
Is yours hot?
Well, I mean, he's cute and vicious looking with his. He's cute.
Open your eyes, and you were in total darkness, and for a moment it almost sends you into a quick panic. Did that scheming, horrendous barkeep, tavern owner dare to try and blindfold you? Is he trying to abduct you? No. It's another dream. And this
I was gonna
panic
beat his ass.
subsides for a moment, and you sit up, and you know this place. It is a welcoming, warm, familiar place. Although not cast in light, cast in darkness, total darkness, except for the starlight above you.
Is it
If you take a moment and you look up, you just see this vast expanse of blue, just dark blue hues, kind of swirling and shimmering. You can see the entire cosmos. You see stars shifting and aligning. You see some shoot streaking, long, vibrant tails of different colors arching across the sky. And it's breathtaking every time. No matter how many times you've come here, no matter how many times you've been, it's still a wonder that you can't see these things from where you are.
No reality.
And as you look around, you see the familiar silhouette of mountainscape, and just across the motionless lake, you see the pair of silvery blue eyes, almost licking like flames in the distance.
And nature references.
Is it Malik?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to go around the lake again to go to him? I'm going to go around the lake to go to him.
You walk around the lake, and sure enough, and in the back of your mind, you're like, why doesn't he just bamf me closer?
Yeah. This is such a long walk. I feel like I'm using all 8 of my hours.
Make an insight check.
Insight check. 18 plus 6 is 24.
24. In the back of your mind, you begin wondering, why does he not just bring you closer naturally?
Maybe like
It's
And yet
about
you watch the
the
eyes
journey,
as
not
you're-
the destination.
No, as you're walking,
No.
his eyes never leave you. And for a brief moment, there's something there in his eye. Just for a moment, an excitement.
A what?
An excitement.
Oh, he's excited.
As if the reason why he places you on the other side of the lake is to watch you walk to him.
okay. That makes me very happy.
Okay.
Still shrouded primarily in darkness, you do see this large wolf emerge. And you just hear that same voice, that same deep, familiar voice, kind of creep over you. The mouth of the wolf does not move, but you just know it's him. I see you made it there all right. Good.
Why did I
And you
have to
were-
come here? I want to know why. Who needs my
You
help?
usually do.
What?
You usually do.
I mean, curious
You
minds.
usually do ask why. You hear him kind of sigh a little bit. You see his chest kind of heave for a moment. And you can see there's a playful amusement in his eyes. As almost these like white, blue, silvery flames just kind of lick by his eyes. He blinks a few times. He's like, "You found her already, didn't you? Surely you laid eyes upon your cousin."
I did. But she didn't seem like she needed help. She said she was just going this way.
You hear this kind of deep, throaty laugh. "You see, but do not observe, little."
20 years old and I'm still just a child.
I'm glad of that. If you were all like me, you would hear cricks in your neck, and you can see him roll his shoulders, and as he raises his head above to the sky, you hear him kind of stretch.
Pause. And go.
Sorry.
Yeah, you just see him kind of stretch, and he kind of sits and he lays down, and even him laying down, he's still right at eye level with you.
I just want to pet him. He's a big boy. But I love him so much.
We just sniffed and sank.
But she is the one that I need to find.
Nods.
Are we going to get to travel together further than just this single town?
I certainly hope so. Yet the destination for now is up to you. There are strange things afoot. I must consult a few elders before tasking you with a new destination.
But we are going to get to go on some adventures together?
I hope so.
Can I give him a hug? Is he going to let me hug him? Because last time he bit my arm. I want to give him a hug. I'm going to give him a hug.
You walk up to him?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Even if he rejects me, I'm still going to do it every time.
I must hug you.
A fluffy wolf.
I need you to make a charisma check. Actually, a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. Only +3, oh god. 8. Rejection! Again!
You begin walking, and you see him kind of like give you this stern look. And in that moment, you kind of falter.
I went to touch you though.
I'm just going to put my hand.
Make a dexterity saving throw. As he rises up and rushes you.
Dexterity? Which one is
It's
that?
at the top.
No.
+1.
8 again.
Oh, wait, that would be.
7, 8, 9. 9. 9.
9.
No,
He
it would
rushes
be
up
11.
to you very quickly, and you just kind of stagger back in a moment. You never thought he was going to hurt you. You never anticipate him trying to act aggressively. But still, this charge is relatively uncharacteristic of him. And now, you're kind of on your back as he kind of looms over you.
That's not bad either. Intimidating.
And then he lays down by your side and rests his gargantuan head on your shoulder.
I'm going to. I just want to wrap my hands around his snout and kiss his lips.
Do you do that?
No, I'm just going to like rub his fur that's touching me on the shoulder. Just gonna rub. I take what connection I can get.
For a while. Then raises his head and stands back up. He says, "We're going to focus on training in the next few days.
Yes.
Be ready."
Fight.
And you watch almost as the lake begins to drain and begins to pull the image of your dream away. begins pulling away at his face, begins pulling at his eyes, but you can still see there's a thoughtfulness to his expression. As it... You don't wake, but you remain in the abyss of sleep until morning.
We both dream of beautiful men. Beautiful men.
Mine's just in the form of a wolf.
Still a beautiful man.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight's session. Good job, ladies.
I didn't die, even though I missed every hit that I tried.
Good job.